Zvejki draugi, welcome back for a new episode of the Clueless Vaper. I call this episode Clueless Vaper when I'm trying to do something for the first time from the perspective of someone that is not really an expert. But this time I will not mess around with rebuildable as I did in the first episode of let's say the series, but I want to take a very popular tank and see how is performing for a totally, well, not anymore, but with the eye of a totally new person to vaping. We already with one of the last episodes saw that actually starting from a mod if it's well balanced with a good Clearomizer is not that easy, it's not that complex, and is good for new vapors, and actually gives so much more satisfaction because the taste is good, the possibility to regulate, the possibility to do experiment. This is you saw from time to time in this video, this is an orchid which I badly rebuilt myself, more or less as bad as the magma dripper, and I use very much because I totally love this one. Even without going Subohm with almost 100% VGs, slightly mixed with some other juice, gives great vapor, great taste. But the point is that not everyone wants to start and to rebuild, to experiment as I did. So before it's too late, and actually if you see in the background, today is Saturday 16, tomorrow the 17th there will be Riga Marathon. Every year I run half marathon. This year I have a quite serious problem to my knee. I will try to run 10 kilometers. But so to go back to our conversation, we all know that this one, which in this case it will not be a review, this is of course the Kangertech SUBTANK Mini, is a very popular Clearomizer because is performing great. The taste, they said, is good, is very good, is very versatile. But my point is different. This is a Subohm tank, which at least in this specific version, the Mini, is very versatile because it comes with a very rich set of accessories that to me makes the perfect tank for the new vapor that want to expand his horizon and try something more complex, even without going Subohm. Yes, because basically the point is that this tank is built for a 0.5 coil, but it include in the box, so you can use immediately, even if you don't have Subohm hardware, with well, any mod that has at least 20 watts, as the air smoke pocket mod. And if you like it, and in the future you decide to go Subohm, you just replace the coil with the standard one, 0.5 ohm. Moreover, to avoid all the experiment of the Clueless Vaper that I'm doing, I did and I like, you can see if you're into rebuildable. So taking basically just the structure, creating your own coil or buying pre-made as I did, using the wicking method that you prefer, mostly now is organic cotton, because this package contains also a rebuildable base, which is basically a big coil which is empty, screws when you can put your coil, basically the wire, the wicks, and vape on it. If you don't want to use, it stays in the box. If one day decide that it's time to try to rebuild your coil, maybe to change the resistance, maybe just to save some money, you can do it with very minimal investment. This one is coming from Fastech. It costs $30. It's really a price which is, I think, unbeatable, and is original. I will show you also how to test Kanger product for their originality. So do not waste any more time. Let's go to the purple halter and take a look inside this box to understand why this is, in my opinion, the perfect first upgrade towards a wild world of more complex technique of vaping, which can be of great benefit for the beginners. Let's go. Okay, so let's take a look at what's inside this beautiful box of the SUBTANK Mini from Kangertech. First of all, since this is a beginner video and this is coming from Fastech, you may wonder if this product is original, as it is written authentic in the website. Well, for Kangertech product there is the possibility to verify with a QR code. All you need is or a computer or, even better, a mobile phone. With the mobile phone is much easier because you don't have to copy the code that is on the sticker. You just take any kind of QR code scanner software like this, and you scan the QR code. You get a link, you go to the link, it will open in a browser, and this page will tell you if the product, you see, is already filled in with the code on the box. What you will receive is actually what you have to verify in the hologram sticker, which, let me change the lighting and zoom in. Yep, as you can see, here it is, and the code is the same on the website. So I press yes, and of course product is genuine, authentic. Good. So it's not a clone, it's not a piece of crap. Let's take a look of what's inside this beautiful box. Another box. The quality of the packaging is really outstanding. It looks beautiful, and wow, here we go. This is very important. There is a warning which basically said that since this is not is a wick made of organic cotton, it's not just silica, so it does not resist high temperature, you should prime the coil, so basically drop some e-juice drops inside the coil, and then you fill the coil, and as I always, you fill the tank, and as I always say, it's better to wait a couple of minutes before starting using it when the tank is filled. Here we go. Is good looking. Here there is the airflow control, as you can see, with a nice click, stays in place. Beautiful. The OCC coil, which is inside
the tank already pre-installed. As you can see, is the 0.5, which goes between 15 and 30 watts. In this case, all the point of this conversation is this a great tank for a beginner? The point is yes, also because as you can see is ready for really ready for Subohm, but we should find something more in this box. So let's take it out. There's a nice little manual. There's some kind of the instruction to verify the authenticity. You already saw it. A beautiful manual. This one is in English. No, it's just in English, with also instruction and suggestion for the RBA base. The RBA base basically transform your tank into a full-fledged RTA, so you can basically rebuild your coil. Some organic Japanese cotton for the RBA section. The usual bags of goodies with the screwdriver, which is identical to those that you find in the clones, black O-rings to change with the actually very nice red one, a couple of screws. As you can see, there is a coil which is pre-made for you. So this is again the perfect way for having the best of the world, both worlds, having a tank which you can just buy the coils head. There is also a new replacement tank, which is actually a very good idea because it's Pyrex glass, so it can break. And there is, as you can see, the 1.2 coil, which I will try now to take out. It's beautiful. Here is the horizontal coil. It looks like just 4 wraps. And we will go and put this one, since I will start for the moment not sub-ohming. This is the RBA section, which come, as you can see, already prepared. So this is, even if you don't care, you're not interested in going into rebuildable, you have basically another coil. Don't throw this away, because there will one day will come that you will try to rebuild it. Let's take a peek inside. Here we go. You see? It's ready, but it's not wicked. We will have an episode just on rebuilding this one. And I would suggest also, even when you start, before wicking it or before changing the coil, to take a picture of how is basically positioned, so you can have a reference for when you will put the other one. Seems a good idea to me. So, as you can see, I just opened it, so I don't really know how to disassemble this. Maybe it's a good idea to check the manual. I think I have just to screw it off from the base. Yep, very simple. The other coil, the Subohm coil, very simple to fill. As you can see, I can even fill with directly with the bottle. I will remove the Subohm coil, which is actually indistinguishable if you don't read from the above on coil. There we go. And right, super simple, it's not more complex than a normal tank. Okay, I want to try the Dandy Saint Germain. Is again Liquideo, and is kindly offered and sent by the good folks at Air Smoke, if you remember. But I have the cap is clearly childproof. Ah, good. Saint Germain, God save me, is according to the website is a liquid that is composed of, I'm translating roughly from French, the wind of a revolution, the memory of a certain the wind of revolution, the memories of a certain month of May, and all the freshness of that generation. What's wrong with you French guys? I sincerely speaking, the smell is horrible. There's mint and a bit of chemical. Listen, I don't want to prime this with I sincerely don't want to prime the brand new SUBTANK with this. I will have a review just for that, but I will drip. Let's go with, again, from the good folks in of Liquideo and gently offered by Air Smoke, Tiramisu. So let's prime it. This one I know that is good because it's almost finished. It's good, but it's not tiramisu. This is France versus Italy. I'm sorry, if you call tiramisu, you need to smell of coffee, and this one is not smelling of coffee. So as you can see, we are doing the priming. We are putting basically some drops of e-liquids in exactly in the coil, and wow, is already wet. Perfect. So let's fill in a bit here. You know what? It's time in any case to finish this. Let's pour it all. Close it. Cool. Very nice. This airflow is way too big. I want to taste the juice at its best. How many slots? Very small one. The big one, single. And the Cyclops slot. Okay, well, let it rest, and let's meet later in the couch for a vaping test and some more consideration about this very popular tank. Okay, so we saw what is inside. Now let's try how it vape, because we already discussed about the feature, what's inside the box. I told you already the price, and I want to point out that the great thing of this
Clearomizer is exactly its versatility apart from the performance. As everybody speaks about the performances, but the point here is a bit different. You buy a box where you have an advanced product that you can use immediately on your existing hardware, if you have at least some slightly powerful mod, and in the future, when you will upgrade your battery to Subohm battery, you can just, without even spending any more money or learning the structure of a nuclear Clearomizer. Yes, I smoked twice with a Clearomizer, but it's very, very strange that this name popped up in my mind. In any case, this Subohm SUBTANK Mini is filled with Liquideo, don't take my face, Liquideo Tiramisu, and I make very good tiramisu, sincerely speaking, so I will be very critical on this. Is reading 1.2 ohm, if you can see it exactly as it's supposed to be. I will try first with 15 watts. Vapor production, wow, with juice that is probably again around 60-40 PG/VG is very good. I think that also the power is enough because it's already warm for me. Very tasty. I got a bit of spitback, very little. I need to understand if it's just because, let's say, it's just straight out of the box and it needs, I don't know, to settle a bit. Very good, very, very, very good. I will try to take out all the flavor I can from this French juice to change the airflow, which is apparently much more complex. I will try for a second the very large airflow, but it's probably too large. Hello. Yes, is way too large, and of course is very airy, and the taste is a bit muted with so much airflow. I will try now with the super small one. No, this is way too small. No, come on. This is really. I will go back to the medium one. Very satisfying vaping with what 15 watts and the 1.2 coil. Let's spend some word about this juice. This juice is extremely realistic in the sense that it tastes like a dessert. I'm really feeling that I have just ate some dessert. Point is that, in my opinion, has nothing to do with real Italian tiramisu. Tiramisu is made of lady fingers, cheese called creamy cheese called mascarpone, and coffee, a lot of coffee. When I prepare tiramisu, I make cups and cups and cups of espresso. I don't feel any taste of coffee, not even the slightest aftertaste of it, and to me it tastes like a good French dessert. But sorry, tiramisu is something else. In any case, it's a very good juice. If you like bakery juice, something that really remind you the flavor and the taste of cake, this is good. It's actually pretty pleasant flavor. For me, it's probably a bit too sweet to become a day-to-day vape, but is definitely high quality juice, and I quite like it, yes. But again, let's change the name maybe. So, point is, 30 euros you can buy one of the best Clearomizer out that goes Subohm, that works on your existing hardware, and in the future will bring you, maybe or maybe not, in the interesting and fascinating world of rebuildable. Everything in one box. As you have seen, everything is included, so there are no surprises. There is even another coil ready for the rebuildable, and some cotton for your first weeks. Is a very good product. Everybody is talking about it for a reason, which also has a justification from the first timer, from the beginner perspective. So keep on vaping, spread the word to your friends that are still smoking, as I'm doing with much satisfaction, and it's great just seeing your best friend following your path and starting to vape because you insisted and you give the good example. And that's it. If I survive my 10 kilometer with broken meniscus, you will see this video, because I'm not going to edit it before and publish it before the marathon, and you will see hopefully many more. If you like this video, as usual, a thumb up is much appreciated, and as well comment if you have a question. I'm very happy to answer all your comments, as I usually do when they appear. And of course, for more of this video, feel free to subscribe. From beautiful sunny Riga, despite the bad weather forecast, Carlo is ready to hit the street tomorrow morning. Take care and keep on vaping.